I was just looking at an article with Sean T. Why is his story similar to mine? I'm like, no wonder he's gay. Alright. His story is with his stepdad. He was they was playing a game or something with his cousin. Something with his cousin was around. And his stepdad asked him if he ever French kissed anybody. Or if he knew how to French kiss. He said no. And so the stepdad French kissed him. Sean T, the fitness trainer, the gay guy, he's a fitness trainer, openly gay and married to a man now. The stepdad asked him if he knew how to French kiss. He said no. He French kissed him. I said, bruh, why that shit sounds so familiar, right? But his shit went a little further though. Alright. So, well, no, still similar to mine, because the man proceeded to molest him that night and then proceeded on until he was 12. So by the time he was 14, he didn't tell a soul and moved out the house. My situation. We was about 5. I already told this situation. But it just triggered me and fucked up my head though. Alright, Candy, we were 5. I'm not sure if Boomerang was out or Boys in the Hood was out when we were 5. But it was something we were seeing. If we were not 5 and maybe 6, but we was around that age. And she told me she learned a new way to kiss. It's called a French kiss. And she said she wanted to show me. I was like, how? And she started to put her tongue in my mouth. Right? It was weird as fuck, y'all. And she would do it every day. And then we had the neighbor from across the street, Mr. Freddie, would come and whoop her ass every damn day. Right? So then as we started getting older, alright, because at the same time, I was being molested by Kirk and Brandon. But y'all remember, y'all heard her say Kirk and Brandon never touched her. So I started scratching my head. Okay, so they never touched her then. She said she saw it on TV. What did she see on TV at the time? Because I used to be punished in my room. Now, she even told y'all herself that I didn't keep my side of the room clean. So that validates my point that I was always punished in my room because I couldn't keep my side of the room clean, right? And like I told y'all, I did. Every now and then I used to scoot some of my stuff on her side of the room. And she would get in trouble. I was a badass. And around that time, I was bad as fuck. As we got older, 7, 8, 9, 10, she started seeing more shit on TV and want to, start rubbing on me and get on top of me. Stuff me and China do now. Well, we ain't done it in a while. Probably because of some of this shit that's been being talked about. But we ain't done it. The candy would get on top of me and sit on top of me and start grinding. And my stupid ass response. Why I always gotta be the boy? Why I gotta be the girl? Why I can't be the girl? That was my stupid ass response one day. But I kept telling her, I don't want to do this. Why are we always... Remember I told y'all, all these little games we used to play, we always had to play it candy way. I told y'all, we used to record. We used to play the Zoink game. This was another game. Candy was pretty bossy. I'm surprised she didn't have none of her imaginary friends come join in. Okay, that was a little sick to say. But I don't know. I mean, as we was getting even older, even at that time, we started getting our periods and shit. Let's see, I started getting pubic hairs around like 5, 6 years old. And started getting breasts around 6 or 7. Around 8, 7, around 7 I started getting periods. 7.5. Cause I started getting my shit before Candy. Candy was about 8 when she got her period. But I was like 5 when I started growing pubic hairs. 6 when I started getting titties. And about 7.5 when I started getting periods. That's what it was. We started developing early as fuck. And my brother Mark, he was obsessing about it, saying, oh, y'all must have was being touched because I ain't never knew no girls develop that early. But I don't like to say you so worried about us developing. You sure don't give a fuck about us actually being touched, because you'll be trying to go touch them niggas that touched me. You know what I'm saying? And then Candy was doing weird stuff like, I go in the bathroom and she's like flicking, like digging in herself and trying to flick the blood out of her. And she's like saying she cleaning herself out, but I don't know if she know that. Her ass was masturbating. Because, like, us, we knew each other. So it's like, fuck, I gotta pee. She's in the tub taking a bath. I'm like, okay, girl, look, I gotta go pee. Type shit, okay? And then there was Kirk and Brandon always trying to... First it was Kirk. That shit started, I was about 5. The weird part is I liked Kirk, but I ain't like him to be having sex at the age of 5. I thought that when I grow up, I'ma marry him type shit. Not no touch on me when I'm 5. So that kind of fucked me up mentally. Him sitting there always jugging something in my mouth. And taking me in the closet saying we're gonna play hide and go seek. Everybody always wanted to play hide and go seek with Brandy. You notice that? And it was every weekend they were coming over. It was my foster mama's biological cousins' children. Those were who Kirk and Brandon was. And so, okay. One good time, I got, like, one good time he decided he want to lay me down and put it inside my vagina. So for all I know, that very well may be when my virginity could have been taken. and I just didn't know it. And then so one good, and then he put it back in my mouth. So and I felt some slime go in my mouth. So I was trying to turn on the light to see what was, this salty stuff going in my mouth. He wouldn't let me turn on the light, so I got pissed. So me and Candy, I mainly was still in special ed class. I don't remember if Candy still was. And I had to see the school social worker. And I told the social worker that I was mad because he put something in my mouth and wouldn't let me turn on the light to see what it was. I was angry because I didn't know what that was. He put it in my mouth, came out his wee-wee. I was like 7. So state people got involved, and foster mama said it was my fault. I was all in trouble. Foster mama was mad with me. We got taken away. Foster mama fought, got us back. And guess what? Kirk and Brandon came back and molested me for 2 more years. And then meanwhile, I wound up going to a school named, it was called Elm Grove, and then switched to, after about a year or two of going there, to Benella Agnes Saintville, where the boys used to beat me up on the bus, beat me up in the school, beat me up after school, and they was always shoving their thing in my mouth and punching me in the face and punching me in the head while making me gag on their stuff. They were calling me all kind of whores and sluts, and they had this one nigga named Damon. To this day, I hate that dude. I don't give a fuck if he a grown man. That was years ago. That's the past. Fuck that dude. I hate him. Damon Boutte. I'll never forget that dude. Spit on me. But was always trying to put it in my butt. Then they had that dude, Rendon Darrell. He was a runt. But he threw some powerful punches at me. I remember this one time I went to try to go to, I forget whether it was simply going to the bathroom or it was going to the bathroom. My teacher used to always send me to go get water. I don't know if that was a setup or what. I'm like, them boys gonna get me out there in the hallway. I was always the only girl in the classroom, right? Them boys, we had a substitute teacher, and they pinned me down and shoved a pencil in my vagina. Oh, I was hollering like hell. I was hollering like fucking hell, right? Alright, so back to this one day. I went to the bathroom. The one in this hallway didn't work, so I had to go to this hallway over here. Damon Boutte, that bitch caught me in the fucking outside. And I accidentally walked into a pole. I don't remember what I had a daydreaming problem, right? Probably from trauma from them niggas, right? And then the abuse from the foster mama. I walked into the hallway, right? Walked into a pole. And instead of him trying to console me, this dude trying to put it in my butt and humping on me the whole way back to the classroom. I swear, I hate that dude, bruh. I hate that dude. They even had a handicapped dude. What was that dude named? Quentin. He was on crutches. Called himself pulling out his thing and trying to get it in, but he couldn't get it in. The only thing about him was I liked him, so I let it happen with him. Wait, was his brother named Quentin? So I don't remember what his name was. Damn, okay. So I don't remember what his name was. He had a brother named Quentin. But he walking on crutches. I'm like, I'm getting molested by handicapped people. Fuck. This is real spill. Who else? Then they had this one girl. She a big ass stud now. I'm like, no wonder this girl used to always see me and jump my ass every fucking day. Every day, no breaks. Just used to beat me up every fucking day. And I don't remember her name now. But she was related to Rambo or Rendon. Rambo was his nickname. Damn, what's her name, boy? If you see her, she got chinky eyes, look like a chubby monkey with dreads. Damn, what the fuck that girl name is? I can't remember offhand. I remember her face vividly, and she had a gap. This girl used to beat me up every day, and I'm like, what is your deal? The fuck is wrong with you? Now I know. The girl is fucking gay. We go back to when I was even younger. Probably. No, it was after Candy touched me. It was this girl named Angie. She used to always whisper in my ear. Pretend like she was whispering. And be kissing on me. And trying to kiss on my neck. A couple times her ass got caught. And got that ass tore up real bad. Real bad. When we was going to this nursery called the Learning Tree. And then Candy said she seen her as a grown-up. And come to find out she was gay. And her and these twins named Booker and Bradley, they all used to take Bradley and the girl Angie used to take turns fingering me in the fucking nursery at the Learning Tree. That's not funny. And but I can't say Bradley. I wouldn't say that because Bradley was like my boyfriend. And then it was weird because they had got a perm, Booker and Bradley. All of a sudden, I had started feeling Booker. And so before I knew it, I was dating Booker and Bradley. I couldn't even tell you how old we was when that happened. And then they had this, damn, I don't remember this dude's name for shit. But that should have been the dude I probably should have liked or would have liked. He was like, he had this greenish, sea green eyes with light brown, blondish hair and like a light brown, bronze complexion. But for some reason, he was just my buddy. And Booker and Bradley, they was two mocha chocolate looking twins. And I was looking at them like, because they had got the perm around the time Eddie Murphy had came out with some comedy thing on HBO. And he had a perm, and they had came out with this same perm. So I was looking at them like two Eddie Murphys. I was like, I got my two Eddie Murphys here. My childhood was fucking weird. And that was just parts of my childhood. But when them boys, yeah, man, back to elementary school, man, them boys used to take and chin my ass up. This one girl named Laquita, man, she sat there and was fucking, she jumped me. And then she was like, "You a blood now." So she start teaching me all these gang signs and shit, telling me I'm a blood. And I was just getting beat up everywhere, every day. And we just sitting in school, and I was like, one day I was sitting there, I'm like, fuck this damn medicine. They had me on a medicine called Tegretol. I'm like, man, I don't want to take this shit no more. She's like, give it to me, I'll take it. She took it, she like, ooh, this tastes like candy. And she like, I said, here, you could take the whole fucking bottle. Shit. And she fucked around and got real sick. I was like, I'm sorry. I messed around one day. I was on the bus and seeing her get jumped real bad by a bunch of bloods. And they wouldn't let me get off the bus and help her. But to me, that was supposed to be my best friend. But it was something that had happened, and I was like, why you let that happen to me? But man, when I tell you, it was real rough growing up. I was getting jumped every day. I was getting molested every day. It was one time they almost broke my neck, jumping me in the back of the cafeteria where the cafeteria workers make the food. It was girls and dudes jumping me, and they sent me home bloody with my clothes half off, hair all messed up. I mean, I was going home with black eyes and clothes half tore off every day. Me and Candy was in two different schools. They was jealous of me one time because it was a thing called being a patrol, and they caused me to lose my patrol thing. They lied on me so I could lose my patrol thing, picked a fight with me so I could lose my patrol thing. And I was doing good at it too, getting good grades and everything. I was like, man, the teachers was abusive because they was racist against black girls. I was the only girl in the classroom. And my foster mom was sitting there talking about some kick her ass. Kick her ass. You know. So the teachers sitting there beating me with the fucking paddle and all like that shit. There's more detail to it because it was like shit that happened on the daily. I got tired of being beat up. I got tired of sucking dick. Being forced to suck dick. You know what I'm saying? Different random dicks in my mouth. Tired of boys punching me in my head, pushing me up against the wall, bending over to fucking put it in my butt. And I'm sitting there like, man, where these boys learning this shit at? And I go home and tell my foster mama. She's calling me a nasty hoe and start punching me in the mouth with them rings. So I'm like going to school with a black eye from the foster. You don't know. I can't prove it whether the foster mama did it or the kids at school did it. And then she had me scared to even say she did anything to me. So I'm like going to school with two black eyes because kids gave me one black eye over here. She gave me another black eye over there. It was rough. Then I had to fight Candy, had to fight Mark, had to fight Wyatt, had to fight Joni. Had to fight everybody, bro. Then this girl sit there. One of the first girls to touch me. And then get up on the internet and call me Dykester. And even the first girl that I wound up consensually with, my senior in high school, I was scared to get down with her. I was scared. When she told me she wanted to get down with me, man, I fainted on the phone, y'all. Tiffany. I told y'all about her. High yellow red bone. Had titties down the hip, but her ass flat as a washboard. She was half white. I didn't know that till my foster mama called herself trying to put a kidnapping charge on her and her people and did a background check. That girl didn't even know who her daddy was until my foster mama went and did a background check, found out that girl daddy was white. I was like, she was like, whoops. Hi. Her mama knew though. But her mom was an alcoholic. And I was working and helping take care of their mama. Like helping pay their bills in their house. Helping with the rent. Helping with the lights. Well, helping, like literally helping, not paying rent. Helping, like when the mama fought short on the rent. Or helping when the mama get the lights cut off. Like her mama best friend would help on one end and I would help on the other end. I was sneaking, like taking, when I would work and bring pizza over to their house because the mama was an alcoholic and was kept fucking up, and slipping and taking their money to buy alcohol and shit. Like the mom was alcohol real bad. And then the girl was a gold digger her damn self. So, yeah, when she first told me she was in love with me, I fainted on the phone. I couldn't take it. I ain't know how to react. I'm like, girl, this is wrong. You can go to hell for this, girl. You can't do this. Shit, I just want to try. So I went into it just saying, oh, we just gonna try. And didn't know that, well, this is me. And even then, I thought maybe it was just a phase. I wound up, marrying Dwayne. And then everybody was like, Brandy, do what you want to do. You ain't in New Orleans no more. You ain't around people to tell you what to do no more. So, and then I was even in Mississippi and people was trying to pressure me, to turn back straight. I'm like, listen, maybe it's not for me. Because every time I wind up on that side of the fence, if I fucking get hurt. I said, because I probably would be bisexual. I said, but maybe it's not for me on that end of the spectrum, okay? I'm going to just stick here. So, it is what it is. I'm here. I even wrote a poem called I'm a Sinner for a Reason, okay? You going to judge me? There's people out here who do worse sins, like going on the internet slandering their twin sister while preaching about Jesus, okay? I'm just saying. I found on my old YouTube channel my kids, my interaction with them. Man, and I found where I was rapping on a song. I remember that song too. My baby named Keith and he outsmarted a heathen and my little boy Ivan lay back in the cut driving in his raven. I'm saving my heart as her safe haven. If I had another girl, her name would be Megan. Yeah, I got a rap song with them. I wrote like several poems with them, and I got my children's name tatted on me, bruh. So how a motherfucker gonna sit there and say I did all those fucked up things to my children? I don't love my children. And I still had custody of my children when I got their name tatted on me. Tattoos hurt. And guess what? That tattoo not going nowhere. So anytime somebody wants to sit there and say I did fucked up things to my children, remember that tattoo. Bye.